Okay, I want to gavel us in at 7:01, I believe, 7:01. I want to call the meeting to order.
Group name.
And basically do roll call.
Group name.
Patrice, if you want to start us off.
Patrice Gallagher with the Garden Commission.
Okay.
Lynn Smith, present.
Present.
And Steve Della Rosa here as well. Renee Alvarez and Pete Soltis are absent
Okay.
for now, but Renee may be en route. We do have a quorum, so we're going to continue.
Yeah.
Public comments on agenda items. We don't have members of the public here to make a comment, so we'll go to the next one. The next item, public comments on non-agenda items, and that same situation holds true. So we're now moving to number 4, amendments to the agenda. Does anybody here have amendments to the agenda that they want to offer?
No. No, I'm good.
Any amendments to the agenda going once? Going twice? I hear none?
None.
Okay. No amendments to the agenda. Let's get to the consent agenda, minutes from the commission meeting held on October 16th, 2025, which were provided by Patrice Gallagher. Thank you very much for turning in minutes for us. I don't have a copy of the minutes
Here.
in front of me. Oh, okay, so we have draft meeting minutes. Does anybody have any additions or corrections to offer?
I have none. Commissioner Smith have no comments regarding the agenda minutes or the draft meeting minutes.
Okay. We have to vote. You have to ask for a motion.
Okay, I'm waiting to hear from Patrice if she has any,
I have no comment.
okay. I just wanted to clarify, the only thing that I wanted to address is that in our draft meeting minutes, which I read earlier, we did talk about doing this meeting at 6 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. Oh,
That's in the meeting minutes, right here.
oh, and in the minutes, it says it's 7 o'clock.
A motion was made to move the time to 6 PM to 8 PM. And then there's a follow-up, yeah. Didn't say it
Okay.
passed, though, so, yeah.
So we don't have a vote on that action item to actually move it to 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
But I
We actually did.
don't want to belabor the point.
Yeah.
I just wanted to note that we had talked about that, but it's not in the minutes. So if it's not in the minutes, then we're going to proceed. I just wanted to note that because I know that there was some discussion amongst individuals. Go ahead,
Okay, So
Lynn.
this is Commissioner Smith, so I guess I do have a comment or correction that I see that needs to be made on the draft meeting minutes from October 16th. Agenda motions and discussion, item 2, where it says a motion was made to move the time to 6 PM to 8 PM, which is correct. And then that motion also, that was passed, because we did vote on that. So I think that's what's missing, is the past
Well, the
part.
past is right here.
But where?
You not see
Follow-up,
past?
chair, clerk to confirm final time and
Page
ensure.
1, at the bottom. Number 2, meeting date, time changes and special meeting.
Yeah, that was for that motion, to move it, the date, but we don't have a motion, we don't have the past for the motion to move the time,
A motion was made to move the time.
because that was
to
a separate
6 to 8.
vote.
I don't, if, I wanted.
Yeah, we don't
Motion was
have the
made
vote.
to-
We don't have
Okay,
the
we
vote
didn't have the
recorded.
vote.
Yeah,
We didn't vote on that? Why would we make a motion and
we
not
did vote on it. I think it's just missing. That's,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So that's my comment regarding.
So my suggestion would be to go back and listen to the meeting, get the audio, go back and listen to the meeting. It may have been possible that we didn't have a second for that motion.
Though I remember, and the copy I sent to you was in red, I highlighted the last sentence. Follow up, chair or clerk to confirm final time and ensure proper notice.
Okay.
Okay.
So you know
Well-
what, we're setting
okay.
up and learning and
Right, so,
getting better.
what we'll have to do then is, you'll have to make that correction.
Okay.
And then we'll have to go ahead and vote to accept the minutes at the next meeting then.
So make the correction here,
Make the correction,
this meeting.
you can make the correction when you leave from the meeting, and then send the new correction out to everybody to revisit. And then at the next meeting, we will have to put on the agenda to go ahead and vote on the minutes from the October 16th meeting, and then as well as the November 6th meeting. So we'll have two sets of minutes to vote on then.
Okay.
So
Well,
we
that makes
can't like vote on
perfect
it and
sense.
keep it if it needs to be corrected. Okay?
Okay. Well, I think we have our process for how we can continue. So, since we aren't going to approve these minutes, that's what we will do. We'll vote on it at the next meeting, the next regular meeting, and we'll proceed to unfinished business, which is the property at Julia and Villa Avenue that we had talked about at our last meeting to get a designation for that parcel of Villa Park land to be designated as a park site here in the village. And I want to reach out to Tim to see if you have anything to add to the discussion previously for us tonight in terms of the process for doing that.
Yeah, so I think moving forward, if you guys are interested in making this a designated park, we have to put something together and formally bring it to the board, to the village board, to say
Okay,
that they
so
would
we
like
have to
to.
create an official resolution and basically
Recommendation, yeah.
take a proposed resolution to take to the board to ask them to consider it in order to move it along and to see what the board feels is appropriate for this parcel of land. So, I think isn't there an official form?
Yeah, yes, the recommendation form.
A recommendation form, okay.
This is
Uh,
Commissioner
making-
Smith.
Go ahead, then.
Okay, sorry. So this form is actually in the package that we were provided during our recent training in October. It was, I believe, towards the back.
Correct.
Appended to that training.
Okay, I will pull out that form and fill it out and prepare it and submit it for our next regular meeting, which will be in 2 weeks, I believe, so that we can consider that as a whole and take action on it at that point in time.
Okay. And that meeting is on November 20th, correct? Is that the special,
Well, today was a special meeting to be
the
able to.
regular meeting on the 20th, right? November 20th?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, that is correct, November 20th, at 7 o'clock.
I'm just going to suggest that we go ahead and just maybe take a vote on that. I'm not sure if we need to or not, but I'd rather do it than not. Since it is unfinished business, just to table it to the further discussion to November 20th.
Okay, so what's your suggestion?
Do we need to vote on that, Tim?
Probably would have
Yeah,
to.
I would have somebody motion to table that to the 20th for further discussion,
Okay.
just so it's on the record.
Lynn Smith?
Okay, Commissioner Smith, I'd like to make a motion to table discussion of the property at Julia and Villa Avenue until our next meeting on November 20th, 2025.
Patrice,
Can we get a second?
Second that emotion.
Okay.
all in favor?
All,
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Okay, passed.
Okay. No,
Okay.
no, so we will.
That passed.
That passed, and we will move along then in our agenda. So basically, we're to the strategic planning discussion. In terms of our agenda, give me just 20 seconds here. So basically from emails from Patrice and from Commissioner Patrice Gallagher and Commissioner Lynn Smith, and I rode around the village and basically looked at different areas of the village having to do with green space, not necessarily park space, but green space in the village. And I took those emails and basically bullet pointed the items that were contained in them in terms of ideas that we can use to come up with a list of items that we can prioritize to work on within the commission. And basically, I got these Post-it notes, and I just want to put these on the wall so that we can see them to be able to get a sense of what we're looking at without having to look at the 17 pages that you two created, which was a good capture. And I think I boiled it down into these Post-it notes from my reading. So I'm going to go kind of in reverse order from Lynn Smith's ideas. And one of the things that she came up with was to find corporate sponsors to help the Garden Village Commission come up with, to be able to propose to fund different ideas that we may come up with. And another idea that she had was talking about on St. Charles Avenue, we have the old style street lamps in the village versus the kind of street lamps that we have in the far south side of the village or the far north side of the village. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lynn, but I believe we talked about some way to unify the street lamps so that the street lamps kind of lead you to the business districts, to be able to highlight the, using the street lamps, the different business districts that are contained within the village. Because right now, it's kind of haphazard. Lynn, go ahead and talk.
Okay, this is Commissioner Smith. So with the ideas that we came up with during the drive around, I think it's great, yeah, to read them out loud. And then I also would like to, I was reviewing the comprehensive plan prior to getting here and to saw what the recommendations were in the comprehensive plan. And I think it would be my suggestion if we take a couple of our ideas and put them, kind of the ones that align with the comprehensive plan, and maybe take the low-hanging fruit, kind of do that first and work our way up. But I think the way you're starting is fine. I just would like to align them also with our,
With the comprehensive.
yeah, because
plan.
there's already written recommendations ready to go, you know? It's just a matter of us choosing.
Well,
Which ones?
it's also something that I think that we're gonna need to come to a consensus as to what things we want to proceed with. Because I've got 5 from you here right now. And
Yes.
in order to be able to prioritize the things that we're looking at, I don't have any argument with doing what you're suggesting. But I'm saying that let's get these ideas up.
Oh, no, yeah, I
And-
think
and
that's
then
great. I
it-
just wanted to add that as we get them up, then we
To
can
align
bring
them
it
with the
back to the
comprehensive plan.
comprehensive plan. And then from there, just choose what we want to work on in the near term, so we can, you know,
I think that's a good idea,
Okay.
because the comprehensive plan is our document, our guiding document that we're using to tie everything together that we do. So.
Thank
that's-
you.
I perfectly agree. The Iowa Community Center, which is a temporary firehouse soon to be. Okay, something in terms of what happens to that piece of property after the firehouse leaves. Is the fire department gonna keep on with that, or is it gonna return to the park district?
I
I'm
don't
not-
think that's been determined.
Yeah, I think that's
But
still-
I think our focus on this commission is more of like gardens and like flowers and, you know what I'm saying? Not so much like what we can do with a building.
Well, I'm not so sure that we're just, are restricted to dealing with petunias.
Yeah, no, I'm,
You know, I think our mission is a little bit broader than that in terms of, beautifying, enhancing the village. And I think that we need to take these ideas that were, brought up by individual commissioners and get them out there.
okay.
And then we can come back and see exactly where we want to go to. Lynn, did you want to say something?
okay. So you prefer to, so continue in this order where you talk about our drive around, or did we want to read the recommendations first that are, or continue on this path?
I want to keep going this
Okay.
way so we can get everything out.
All right, sounds
And then
good.
we can go where
We
you
can
want to go.
eliminate, yeah.
Patrice, may I make a comment?
Go ahead,
Thank
Patrice.
you. Thank you. Patrice Gallagher, Commissioner. I'm a little bit in agreement with you and with you about, you know, buildings versus petunias. I think it would behoove us to somehow collaborate with and/or find out what the Growth Commission, is that right? Do we have a new Growth Commission? Because I think they deal more with buildings. It'd be nice to know what they're doing, because it could overlap with what we're doing at this initial phase of new commissions. Am I
Okay,
making
let
myself
me-
clear?
Let me try and pull us back to what this exercise is supposed to develop for us. And that is just to get the ideas from our drive around,
Okay,
to get them up here so that we have them out in the open and in the public record.
sure.
And then to go from there to see, once we have them all up, we can group them into some kind of an order to be able to work on, and then see how they would tie into the other commissions that are in existence here.
And I think
so.
it's very important that we do that because we don't want to be doing similar things and we don't know that the other guy's doing it. So thank you.
Yeah, it's
So
a good point.
Back to your good ideas.
It's a good point, and nobody wants to work twice. So, the next one that we have was North Terrace Park, which is a park that I think everybody needs to go and see. Because it has a lot of features that maybe what our parks need are like standard features. It's like everybody needs, or when available, to have a walking path, to have a fountain, to have restrooms, to have good signage. And it's not just a park on the south side, it's a park on the north side too. And that needs to be able to be highlighted, because the signage to even get to North Terrace Park is kind of invisible. So, and that park it's a beautiful little park. And I'm just saying that, we need to let people who live in the village know that these are the kind of things that are available to you, because if you have a birthday party, bar mitzvah, baptism, and you want to do it during a time when the weather is right, and have your community come and gather with you, these are great places to go to. And it doesn't have to be expensive and a huge cost item. So before I elaborate anymore, Westmore Park, which is the park that has all the village garden plots right now. It's a nice park. It's kind of a hidden gem, excuse me. But one of the things that we talked about, and I think I talked with both Lynn and Patrice about this park, is that where the garden plots are situated right now, they're underneath the shade of big old trees. And the trees are beautiful. It's like these are 75, maybe 100-year-old trees that make up this park. And maybe an idea could be to move where these garden plots are to where the sun is, which is at the other end of a big L that makes up this park. Because if you're a gardener, you want sun. If you want to grow some corn, you want sun. You don't plant corn in the shade. Same thing with tomato plants. It's like you want to give them the sun. So one of the things that we had talked about was to relocate where the garden plots are within this park, and then reclaim that area where the garden plots are now with picnic tables, where people can be in the park and be able to visibly watch their kids play in the playground, where they have a good sight line to be able to keep their eyes on. So that's something that we talked about. The park at Monterey and Wildwood, which is the one that leads to the Salt Creek Trail.
Rotary Park.
Rotary Park. Okay. Neat signage at bare minimum. But it's a nice open space, and that's something that we're lucky to have. And then lastly, Twin Lakes Park. Another park on the north side that basically needs better signage to get you there. It's like, it's kind of hidden. If you're not a Villa Park resident, you're not going to know, well, even if you are a Villa Park resident, let me rephrase this. There isn't good signage to tell you that, okay, if you turn right here, right at the Target, it's going to take you to this beautiful park. Or the ball fields over there. And if you're a new resident in the town, it's like, how are you going to find it unless you go actively look on the websites to find something? But just a suggestion from the drive around. So I'm gonna move on here to this handful of ideas from Patrice and I when we were doing a drive around. The Douglas Park Retention Area, which is also on the north side, right by the train station, which the village went in there and they cleaned it up. They went in there and they cut back the, or maybe it was the park district. I'm not sure. Tim, maybe you can help me out with this. But somebody went in there and they cut and they mowed and they cut back everything. Is that on a list of what your organization regularly does to those wetland areas?
It is.
Okay. Because I drove past it today and it looks so much better. So much better. And this area in the past has been abused, I think, in terms of how people have treated it. And it could be such a shining gem because it does have water, it does hold water, and it would be a great place to inundate with great plantings that I'm sure Pete Soltis could attest to, and maybe Renee as well, that with their knowledge. Let's see. Okay, Westmore Park. Oh, we already talked about Westmore Park. That was where the garden plots are. Okay, so we don't have to go over that one again. Okay, so we talked earlier in the agenda about the green space area at Villa and Julia. And we know what we have to do with that in terms of getting designation. I'm gonna have to use tape on these Mike Nesmith's mothers.
Those might be kind of hard as well, though, for the people to see at home.
Well, that's why I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dollar Tree, that's why.
Okay.
There you go.
But, you know, it's hopefully, I'm sorry, the residents at home that who are viewing this, those who are interested enough to turn on their YouTube and to watch our recorded village meetings, because this is where the stuff happens in your community. And I ask you to, there's another one, I got two. Going back into these, but it's where the stuff happens in terms of the Garden Village Commission. So I thank you for watching, if you're watching, and if you have a friend, you can tell that this is happening and that this commission has this time recorded for you. Please share the information, because we want public participation. We want people to know about what we're working on so that they can be involved in their community and help us to make things better for our village. Because that's why we're here. That's why we volunteer. If we didn't think it was possible, we wouldn't be here. So here we are. And, oh yeah, this was a gem. North Terrace.
This is Commissioner Smith, just wanted to do a quick time check, so it's
Yeah.
7:30.
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Thank you.
okay, you're welcome.
Okay, so, going back, God, all of these. And I think you're right, Patrice, I must have bought these at the Dollar
They're from the Dollar Tree.
I swear to God. I'm blaming it on Mike Nesmith's mother, and it's not her fault at all. It's me buying them from the
I
dollar
think my
store.
suggestion would be maybe for the commission, because you guys did go ahead and do the ride and you wrote it all down and it looks really nice and we have a bunch of information here. I think what would be nice is maybe for the next meeting, have everybody have like maybe 2 or 3 that they have picked that they feel is the most important, because we do need to get our 2026 budget together, and kind of like our action, our plan action together. So if we could get to where we pick 2 or 3 topics that we really want to do, and then we can kind of decide, okay, from those 2 or 3, what is it we're going to do for each one? Approximately what is it going to cost? So then that way we can get our budget in as well and our plans down, and then we can start focusing on those rather than focusing on like so many ideas at once. Because we really only have 1 hour for each meeting.
Well,
I
it's a
agree,
suggested
yeah.
time of 1 hour. And like I talked about at our first meeting, that, yeah, I would like to do the meetings in 1 hour increments, but this meeting was called specifically to give us time to be able to talk about these ideas. And if it goes a little bit long, I'm not opposed to having it go a little bit long to make it happen.
Yeah, so-
Because we have these ideas.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that everyone has time to speak and we can talk about the ideas. So in the 2 hours that we have allotted, we a lot of that is actually here. We can move, maybe, after you're done with that, we can move on. Taking it back to the comprehensive plan, where the comprehensive plan actually has priority levels. They already have recommendations that are laid out. Maybe we can pick a couple of those recommendations, tie them into what we did during the drive-through, and then from there be in the position to do what trustee Constados was saying by picking a couple of items, getting the associated costs so it's ready for the budget
Well,
in a more streamlined approach.
I-
That's just my suggestion.
I hear what
Okay.
you're saying, and I appreciate your comments.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lynn. I mean, Patrice, I'm sorry.
That's okay, Commissioner Gallagher. I kind of like that idea. I want to know, when was the latest comprehensive plan completed? Last year?
No, it was earlier this year. We have the, yeah,
Earlier
I
this
actually have a copy of it,
yeah.
at my
So,
house. I don't
You know,
know if
time flies
we
and
could get a
days
copy
go
for
by,
each.
Yeah.
and sometimes then it becomes old news quickly. So it'd be smart to review and say, is this comprehensive plan still,
That's why I was hoping we could talk about today during the meeting. Because in the section for the park section, there are recommendations already in the plan. Talk about those, and a lot of those do align with what we've, some of our ideas.
I think that's a great
Yeah,
idea.
then that way we're not kind of recreating
We'll
the
see
wheel,
if
because.
we're gonna see if we can get a copy, for each person on
That would- yeah,
the
that'd be
commission
great.
here to have one.
I have
don't
one
know
at
if we'll be
home.
able to do
I
everybody
was just
though.
wondering how
Okay.
old the data is. But also, to your point, regarding that budget, is that a job, I don't know if you guys are equipped with numbers. I don't know what things cost, and so are we the ones that go do the research for that? Or is it that we bring our ideas to the board and then they,
No, we
Who does-
kind
who
of,
creates the
we
budget?
kind of need to ask for a budget, so that's why I'm saying, if we pick like maybe 2 things to accomplish for 2026, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm just throwing this number out there. And let's just say we want to do, a gateway signage at, I don't know, let's say North Avenue, where the bridge is. I'm just gonna pick something. What we would do is we would say, okay, here's what we kind of want to accomplish, and make maybe a few phone calls. Here's what we think it may cost. Let's just say, I don't know, it's $2,000. I'm just throwing numbers out. And then let's say we want to do a park. Let's say we want to do the train that's coming. We have a train coming. Let's say we want to do some planting over there, or whatever the case may be. What do we think it's going to cost? Maybe that'll be about $3,000. Okay, we need to ask if we can have like $5,000, because this is
yes.
what we plan to do, this, and this is approximate what it's gonna cost us.
So what you're saying, just in summary and clarification, that we do some of the research to see what
Yeah, we
things
have to do
cost.
some of the
We have to
research,
know.
yes.
I mean,
We have to
I
know,
can't say,
yeah.
oh, I want to do this and that Julia is so beautiful area.
Right.
Ooh, we had some ideas, but I don't have any idea what they cost. And so what you're
So
telling me is we're slowing down a little.
Some information we should look into ourselves, and then some info I'm sure we could ask staff, because
That's what I'm
they're,
here for.
they're, right.
Yeah.
They're here and they're planting trees and they're planting, so they could probably give you an idea of, we want to put a little fence here with some, you know, bushes and some potted plants, you know, and they could probably say that's going to cost you around X amount of dollars, you know what I mean? So we have to just have kind of an idea of how much money we want to ask for in 2026, so it can go into the budget that's being done.
Okay. I appreciate your contributions, Tina. And I think that it's something that we have to put dollar amounts, I mean, at least
Well,
imagine dollar amounts together in our heads for what we're gonna propose for 2026. But it's also something that we have done exactly what you have outlined by working for the presentation for the Villa and Julia property, in terms of getting our ducks in order, in terms of how that's gonna come about. So I believe we have a consensus that we can finalize with the actual vote at our next meeting to basically be able to get approval to take to the board as a recommendation for the Julia and Villa property, to get it designated as a park area. And that is the first thing that we would do as a commission. But in terms of, we have, you know, it's like, it's November, what is today? November 6th. And the budget needs to be formulated for 2026. And we have not had the time to meet or to discuss.
We're
Let
trying
me
to do
finish.
that today.
Let me
Yeah, okay.
finish while I'm
Okay,
speaking, because you have to be recognized in order to be able to
yeah,
be.
Steve, also I would like to remind you that we're here today to do a brainstorming session. There's only so much time, so we really don't want to rehash what we've already discussed with Julia. We already have that. So what's next? We do kind of need to move this along. Also, to giving the two commissioners that are here a chance to give our feedback, go through the comprehensive plan. You know, we have the stuff on the wall, but to actually leave here, so after we spent 2 hours, that we've gotten something accomplished.
We
So-
haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, but let's get there, please.
Okay,
Okay, thanks.
okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So, we got off track by talking about the budget, because the agenda item was strategic planning. And budgeting is part of the strategic planning. So, that is where we're at in terms of, discussion right now. So, out of these areas that we've put up here, how would you like to prioritize these in terms of getting stuff accomplished within the village? All ears.
Okay.
Out of these items, to uphold our image as the Garden Village. We talked, I'm just gonna go down the road here. Archways at St. Charles and Route 83 to declare us as the Garden Village. Is that something that we wanna pursue, continue to pursue? Or is that something you wanna put on the back burner? Go ahead.
Commissioner Gallagher, when I first moved here, I said, where is our gateway sign into Villa Park? Because they were in their second phase of beautification way back when. And, you know, they were trying to say it's not an industrial corridor, even though it looks like one. And, you know, that we want to beautify it. Well, let's welcome people into Villa Park, whether it's North Avenue. We had discussed this on our drive around St. Charles Road or Roosevelt Road. So, like they did in Lombard, you know, where they have the auto nights, where the, Babcock's is. I saw them installing that beautiful arched gateway sign. It so adds and just brings your eyeball like, what's there? That's what we want.
Well, we have something similar at the Great Western Trail. And
Yes,
that
yes,
arch that is
yes.
there was developed by a landscape architect, I believe, from Villa Park, who came up with a design for that gateway arch. And I agree that we need something. We need something to let people know as they're I mean, I don't know how many thousands of cars go in and out of our village every day. But people need to know that, okay, this is Villa Park that you're coming into. It's, you know, it's our town and we're proud of it, and we want to let you know that this is where you're at in case you want to move here. So I like the idea of improving the signage. So what about you, Lynn? Do you
Yep,
have any
that's fine.
comments?
Yeah, it aligns with the comprehensive plan. That is one of the, so at some point, are we going to review what's in the comprehensive plan and then tie it into that and then prioritize how we want to?
So I assumed, let me interrupt
Yeah.
you. I assumed that everyone has read the comprehensive plan already. And these ideas are something that we can do a tie-in back into the comprehensive plan. But this is stuff that we talked about ourselves driving around as ideas to beautify the Garden Village. So
Okay,
I just
so-
want to know,
So that
let me finish. I just want to know.
I'm answering
if
the
you wanna
question that you
continue-
initially asked
you
me.
wanna
So
continue
the response
with
is
this
yes,
idea.
I'm fine with the signage. It's fine, but when we did that, that was early on when we weren't even officially in the commission yet. Now that we are, our whole role is going back to the very, very expensive comprehensive plan that was put together, and it's not outdated in a year. That stuff is still very relevant, but we can't assume everybody has even read the right sections or that. So to me, if you start at the top, this is the goals, then go down from there. I think these ideas are great. Then they do align, but we have to some kind of way prioritize them. I think the signage is a great idea. That's kind
Okay,
of
so you're
low
in
hanging
for
fruit.
signage.
But in what order? Like, what do we think?
Yeah,
What do we want to do
yes.
first? I love Julia and Villa Avenue, and I know our
And that is
residents
first,
would.
because
So
it's
that's
already
first.
moving along.
That's already moving along, but I thought, that's my idea from a strategic planning session. Based on my experience, when I've done it, it's maybe a little different. You know, where we would have had the plan, what these recommendations are, and then and then you start to put it in buckets, and then from there, you can prioritize it. They even have, like, in the comprehensive plan, the priority levels. Actions that have immediate impact, actions that have interdependent needs, like working with other commissions, actions that are desirable or aspirational, but you can just prioritize it and then from there put a dollar amount on it. But just some type of order and structure.
So what
Yeah.
is that? Would you share what priority levels to remind us?
Oh, in
Some
the
priority
comprehensive
levels?
plan,
Yes.
it has priority level 1, which is actions that have immediate impact. Priority level 2, actions that have interdependent needs, such as working with others or other commissions. Action number 3, actions that are desirable or aspirational. So something that we would like to do, but maybe down the road. So right now, it seems like we're trying to identify what are our ones. We already said Julia.
That's just my.
Well, I mean,
what
that's
is your-
already, I'm fine with that since it's already in the planning. But then, like, I guess what's our goal to leave here tonight at 9? What do we want to have accomplished, first of all?
I think we need to be able to prioritize what we want to work on.
Okay,
And I wanted to give each of the commissioners a chance to get their ideas enunciated so that you have a stake in what the commission does.
right.
Because you spent the time driving around the village, looking at things, and I asked all the commissioners to do that. You two were the ones who had the time to be able to do it. So I want to be able to give some value to your time for doing that.
Okay.
So that's why I want us to prioritize
Okay.
what we gleaned from that.
Yes.
And then we can work to tie it back to the comprehensive plan.
Yeah.
Because we're an independent commission. We're an advisory commission to the board.
Got it. So I have my 3 ideas already that
Please.
I've came armed
I just,
with.
if
yeah.
I could just
Okay.
interrupt really quick, we do have to make sure that we keep it as like an open meeting. So Steve, you have to we have to like raise our
Oh, yeah.
hand to be
Okay.
acknowledged. Steve has to give the
Okay.
floor and then proceed. And you don't have to keep stating your name because we are being videoed
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
But we have to run it like a regular meeting, according to Robert's rules. So just, sorry. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Thank you.
Proceed.
Okay.
No,
so-
I'm done.
So you just stated that you have 3 ideas that you want to bring forward.
Yes.
Why don't you state those 3 ideas then?
Okay, so the 3 ideas as they align with the comprehensive plan. One is around seating,
What is it?
seating,
Seating,
SEATING.
okay? And how does that,
Give me a moment, please.
Commissioner
So
Smith is
it's,
researching?
No, I'm looking at the bucket because I wasn't prepared to give them right at this moment. But, so 3 would be just having more seating in our parks and public spaces. That is also some feedback that came during the public input part of the comprehensive planning session. And when I thought about seating, I thought, how can I tie that in with the art aspect of it? Like having maybe some cool artistic, like seating that's outdoor friendly, that, would be just a fun decorative aspect yet functional.
Okay, what was number 2? That's number 1.
Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, I guess we could just go back to like the kind of unifying the like the lighting, like you had mentioning doing
The
some
street lighting.
the street lighting, and then 3 would be what was 3? We just talked about 3, signage. So what we initially talked about, like having a signage as you enter the village at each of our, like there was like North Avenue, when you and I were driving around, we were like, you don't even know you're in Villa Park. So those are just, if I just had to pick 3.
Well, you mentioned that you had 3 that you wanted to bring back to our discussion here, so.
So, yeah, that's my 3
Okay,
contributions.
so the street lighting was 2, and what was the third one?
Sign it.
Signage.
So seating, street lighting, and signage.
Okay.
And those aren't necessarily,
And
those are
you're
just
not-
3 ideas. They're not prioritized. Yeah.
Okay, Lynn, Commissioner Smith, let me ask you, the signage, you're not specifically saying it should be anything. You're just saying unifying signage?
So meaning, like, when we're entering the village, having, especially off of main thoroughfares, having some type of marker that, hey, you've entered the Garden Village, Village of Villa Park, the Garden Village, and that should be all uniform, signage, yeah.
So, so it is unified
Yeah, it is
signage.
unified signage, as well as, you had mentioned there were some parks that needed better signage, because we didn't even know that there was a park in certain locations.
I'm not a know-it-all, but
But I'm just saying,
It's an
under that.
observation.
Under that signage is, there's the
Okay.
signage for the
well,
village and
that's
then the
progress.
signage
So we
for
got,
parks.
okay. So we
And
have,
that's my 3 items.
okay. Okay, Commissioner Gallagher.
Thank you. So, originally Commissioner Smith had said unifying the lighting, and then came signage, and then that became unifying. And also, what you were describing were gateway signs, is that correct? Okay. And I'm a big fan of signage, of orienting signage, of, the lighting. I think it's a wonderful idea, and, I ride around on my bike a lot, and I love the lights on the Prairie Path at night, because I like to ride at night. And then I notice when I get to where, Cortese Park is, those are beautiful lights, lamp posts. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of Frank Lloyd Wrighty. And so, were you saying about lighting? Let's say, because I live right at St. Charles and Monterey. So let's say St. Charles, Monterey, you have a gateway sign, and then you have this beautiful lighting also. Are you saying like for a main thoroughfare streets? And could it be beautiful like those Frank Lloyd Wright style lamp posts? Or what kind of lamp posts were you guys thinking of?
Well, that would go, oh, sorry.
I just want to interject that the idea, the main concept idea, I think what we should be discussing and
Okay.
not
Okay.
getting to the nitty-gritty
Okay.
of what that should be.
You mean the fun
Because-
part?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
In terms of the specific style.
Okay.
Because just the idea for taking the street lamps that you see coming over the hill on Ardmore and tying them into the street lamps that go from Ardmore south. That's something that I think would give the village some more character.
Okay.
Because if you go to other areas, other suburbs, and you look at their street light, and you gotta be kind of, I don't know, almost like a residential observer to see these little things that make up the landscape. But I think those are important in terms of how people view their village. Tina, go
I
ahead.
just wanted to let you guys know, when we went to IML training, there was tons of vendors there, and I picked up tons of information. I wanted to share this along with you guys, a little catalog that I had picked up. And in it, it's got tables and shading and benches and grills and planters and bike racks and all sorts of stuff. So I just wanted to give this to you guys maybe to look at. You can keep it, maybe pass it along to each other. There's ideas in there, for seating and whatever. Just since you guys are speaking of it,
Commissioner Smith.
Oh, okay.
Go
thanks.
ahead.
So I just have a quick comment. Also with the signage that I guess the Petunias part comes in, there's a sign, but also some type of vegetation, whether it be something natural that doesn't take a lot of extra maintenance and water and, pesticides and all
Chemicals.
that, yeah. But just some type of natural plantings that would complement the signage to go along with the Garden Village moniker.
Okay, so we have Commissioner Smith's ideas for
Yes.
the signage as her 1, 2, 3 items of priority that she is going with. Commissioner Gallagher, did you want to take a stab at 3?
Yes, I want to clarify.
I
your
sense
question.
that.
So, do we want to make a choice on an action item that will give us immediate results that the residents and we can see and enjoy? Or, because I keep thinking December's coming. Or do we want to have a little bit of a longer term idea? Anybody?
I would suggest incorporating the two and getting some low-hanging fruit
Yeah.
resolved, like we're working with the Julia and Villa property. Moving that along, that would be our number one thing, I think that as a commission that we can do. And then we have to get to our next item after that.
Okay.
I mean, and it could be another short-term item, or it could be something, a stretch item like gateway signage coming into the village, because these are high-dollar items.
Yeah.
I think they had I think the Greco family did a donation for the Great Western Trail Arch, and that was a significant amount of money that archway cost.
Okay.
But I think at the same time that, that we need to consider the long-term effect of what a project like that can do for the retail and residential needs of our village.
Okay, so thank you.
I hope that helps.
Yeah, it does. So then with that said, I remember on our last meeting, Commissioner Pete, I was all gung-ho, let's get the Julia and Villa under contract. And he was saying, hold up, what about the residents that are there? And you and I totally addressed that. And such that he wanted to do some actions prior to bringing it, voting and then bringing it to the board to vote on to have it be a designated park in Villa Park. So I feel a little bit confused about that, because then that takes,
Can I clarify?
yes, please.
Can I clarify some of that for you?
Yes.
So we are an advisory commission.
Right,
Keep that in the forefront of your mind.
okay,
So when we get to the point where we can go to the village to say, we recommend that this parcel of land be turned into a park, or be given park designation, the village board has to vote on it
Yeah.
and approve it.
true.
Once they vote and approve, then it becomes the impetus
Right,
of a village board designated action, and it kind of moves out of our hands.
Right.
In terms of how it's gonna proceed. That doesn't mean that we as a commission can't continue to offer suggestions that we can bring to the board for how to proceed with that.
okay, thank you. So then with that said, and thinking of December, because we're gonna have all the commissions and we're gonna be showing results oriented to our residents, I think we could do research and make some kind of presentation about lighting and the importance of it and the connection of it. Gateway signs, totally, the importance of them, the connection that they would give us as a village and our community. And then I like the idea of seating. And I love the idea of artistic, cool, funky, because when I was participating, I've shared this before, in that survey that the village had, last year, with the woman that they hired from outside of Villa Park, after all our groups talked, we were there for several hours, we had to choose one thing we all agreed on, and I could not believe everybody said we wanted more arts and culture visually in the village, which is in alignment with what you're sharing.
Yeah.
And I think people would be excited, so that's my comments, go ahead. Oh, sorry.
Before I call on Commissioner Smith, can you define that in a priority for your choices? Can you reshape that into some kind of a priority?
Gateway signage is number one.
So gateway signage for you is number one.
I agree.
Okay.
I
And
can-
number two?
Number two, ooh, that's a tough one. It's a toss-up between unifying the lighting and then, the seating in public parks and spaces. I don't know which one at this time. They're both equally wonderful.
And they're both great ideas. Thinking about seating in all the areas that are already
Love
there
it.
now,
There's not enough seating.
and incorporating art into the seating, so
Love it.
that the parks aren't just repetitive parks. They're individual parks
Yes.
with seating.
May I chime in?
Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
what I forgot to mention with the seating was the sponsorship aspect of that.
Yes.
And that's also stated in the comprehensive plan. And as I was walking on the trail over the weekend, I was going through the Elmhurst side, and they had just regular benches, but then they had little plaques on there, like in memoriam or dedicated to.
Just like the Prairie Path has.
Yeah, I mean, but, yeah, exactly. But maybe we can use like some of the best practices from the kind of that idea, like, different businesses around town might want to sponsor an artistic seat or an individual or a family or a memory of someone. I mean, that way that'll help offset the cost.
Yeah. Those are great ideas.
So, thank you. That's-
And with that said,
Commissioner Gallagher.
thank you. With that said, that would connect our community. We could make it an event, and people could come out and recognize the business and then see the beautiful seating. Also, the sponsorship aspect. I am a fan of my friend's idea, who, they did it in Long Island, near Long Island, where they did the, they put out a news flash to attract architects, and they made it not a game, but what am I trying to say?
Contest.
A contest. So that way and it worked. They got a fabulous plan for free. And then the architectural firm had the best advertising that they could have. So when you say sponsorship, I always want to keep that in mind too, for, like the Gateway sign. Why can't, like you said, the Greco family, why can't we put out a blurb and ask people, come on down? To save our residents money, our tax dollars money.
Well, I appreciate your comments, because, we gotta be aware of how we wanna be able to, or where we can get the funding to do the things that we may come up with. And it's something, again, as an advisory commission, that we could do the legwork on, to do the research, to be able to bring to the board, to say, okay, this is what we want to propose to the board, because we've done the research, that we can say to the board that, okay, here's a foundation that we can apply to for a grant. And that would give us the money to do, hopefully, some of the things that we want to accomplish. So I'm in agreement. I am in agreement, but I just want to make sure, so Patrice, you had suggested gateway signage, lights, and what?
The seating,
The seating, okay, so you were a seat person too, okay.
yeah, that would be number two.
Okay. And I think that the seating will go a long way. I mean, I know that people have talked about the area by the park that's at Villa and the Prairie Path, in terms of getting some seating in that area to be able to make it, I don't know, more butt-friendly, for lack of a better description, in terms of sitting down and communing
Yes.
with friends and neighbors. I think that would go a long way. So, okay. So, in terms of, are we in agreement? Let me ask this question. Are we in agreement that, okay, you have your three, Commissioner Gallagher, you've got the gateway signage, seating, lights to connect area of town. Did I
Yes.
tabulate that? Yes?
Yes.
And Commissioner Smith, your three areas would be seating in parks and public places, unifying street lighting, and unified signage.
Yeah. I think, yeah, this, can I?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I believe, it seems like they're all in, they're the same buckets, right? They're the same three.
I don't think so. I think they're all specifically different in terms of how we could implement it.
Okay.
I think they're,
I mean, there's like the larger categories and then they're like under those three larger
yeah,
headings.
I think they stand alone well individually in terms of looking at all the areas around Villa Park for seating. I mean, if you think about it that way, in terms of what kind of a difference we could make as a Garden Village Commission to provide seating that isn't just ordinary, it's not just a folding chair that we open up in a park, you know, it's something that we could be proud of. I think you gotta look at it like that. You gotta think about it like, what's gonna bring more pride? In terms of an accomplished act.
Okay.
So that's how I would deal about, think about the seating. And the unified street lighting, I think it's a huge project, but I think it's wonderful to suggest. Because it could go a long way to changing the shape of the town.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
When it comes to that, and I know we're not talking about funding, but there are different grants out there, different
Sure.
types of funding. There's solar options, so that, like, when we get to that point, it might not be quite as expensive as we think.
Oh, it'll be more money than we can imagine.
Yeah, but,
But
There's-
it's, yeah, you're on the right path. I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Any help that we can get would be wonderful. Okay, so can we agree, can we get a consensus that's what we'll bring to the full board for our next meeting? We'll enunciate your three items, Commissioner Gallagher, and enunciate your three items, Commissioner Smith, and present them back to the board to let them know what we discussed here tonight in terms of ideas for future work that we do as a commission. Are we good on that?
Yes.
Tina, any comments to that?
No, I think you guys are doing good.
Yep.
You're doing good.
Okay, Tim?
I agree. I think you guys are making progress. It's good.
Okay, it's never easy to get a consensus. It's never easy. It's like, no, I won't make any. I'm gonna shut up right now, because I'll get myself in trouble. But anyway, okay. So I think that, we'll take those three things, and I'm not gonna weigh in with three of my own, because I'm in agreement with what we got going with the Julia property and these 6 items that are all unified, basically, that would shape our I'd be comfortable and happy to work to bring those forward, so I think it would be engaging for our commission to develop and to proceed with. So I'm gonna call it a day for there.
Okay.
So, planning for the town hall meeting on December 12th, if I can call an end to our discussion for prioritizing. Is that, are you guys okay with that? Any comments? Go right ahead.
Because my error, I thought the meeting was 6 to 8, I do have to leave soon. But I'm gonna stay for B, planning for the town hall meeting that you're going to talk about.
Okay. Yeah. So it's nice that we have this little table drape to be able to use. We don't have to buy that. Because this will be how the table looks. Pete Soltis suggested at our last meeting that he might be able to, I don't know if he wants to sell or donate honey that we would give away to the people who come to the town hall. And he's talking about little bitty bottles that we would purchase to be able to put the honey in. And I don't know, we got to get more background, but I love that idea. I mean,
You can't sell it.
I think that, yeah, we
Tina, go ahead.
can't sell it. We have to pick like something that they're calling like swag to give away.
yes, no,
What-
no,
So
his-
if you
I
want to
don't think
do
he
the,
would- I don't think he wanted, I mean.
yeah, if
he
you
might
want to do the
sell it to
honey,
us to
that's fine.
use.
Yeah, but purchasing the bottles would be basically your swag, and then you fill it with the honey, and then you can give it out. Everybody
would be
can
our
come and
swag.
take one. Yeah, if that's what you guys want to do, or you can pick whatever. We just need to pick something soon because Cheryl will have to order whatever it is you guys decide on.
Yeah, I think she had a date, November 14th.
Okay, so that's going to be
I'll
before
drop
your
that
next
order date.
meeting,
Yeah, I know.
so.
November 4th.
Go ahead, Commissioner Galli.
Thank you. So we have the $200 for swag, and I would like to have a beautification table, y'all, if we're the Garden Village. Can we have our table, can we beautify it?
We can beautify it, but the $200 to my knowledge, is to be used to purchase something to hand out to people. So when they come to the table and we explain to them what the commission is, what we're doing, your ideas, maybe get some feedback, it's something that they can take. You know what I mean? If you want to put things like, you can put like something on the table where we can get people's information, their emails, or like a suggestion sheet, they could put that out, but that has nothing to do with like the $200.
Okay, no, do I have to raise my hand? Sorry, I never know in these kind of ways.
Yeah, we have to always
Okay.
raise our hand and be acknowledged.
I'm fine with, are you finishing your point?
I think you ought to finish
Finish your
your
point.
train of thought for
What
what
I
you
meant
wanted
was-
to do with the table. Are you talking about flowers on the table?
Bebe,
Okay.
petunias, and I could root around in my house and find to make, we're the garden commission, we're, you know?
And-
Let's let people go, oh, look at that beautiful table, let's go over there.
Commissioner Schmidt.
Yeah, I like the idea of decorating, but as far as the topic we were talking about with the giveaways for with the $200, maybe like, I don't know, like some seeds or like some little bitty succulents, or I'm, thinking about price too, or, something garden related, with, that people can,
Yeah, I like the idea of seeds as well.
Yeah.
Succulents, I would stay away from, because if there's any leftovers, I really don't want to have it. I got
Yeah.
stabbed by a cactus. I hate, it's like Kevin has a cactus in his office, and I didn't want to sit near it, because I didn't want to get
other type, so.
yeah, stuck by that thing again. Not that his plant did that, but and I've been in another area in a room where I've had to work around cactuses. But I think the seed idea is great.
Okay. yeah,
And,
okay.
and then if, we can get on board with Pete to see, what kind of expenses involved with doing the honey, then we can get the little bottles that we would need, or some kind of a Garden Village label to go on the bottle.
That's a good idea.
I think that, yeah, that we could do
Could that have a
something like that.
sponsor?
I'm sorry?
Could that have a sponsor? If
Well,
like a
are you
local
prepared to
business?
find a sponsor? Because we have 1 week to get it done.
Oh, okay, we don't have, okay, I get it, timing, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Trustee Tina?
So, yes, we can do whatever we want with our area and our table. We can decorate it however you want. Yes, you can name things. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna give you an example. For the seniors, Senior Concerns Commissions, we are doing pill cases. And it kind of goes with the theme. And so Cheryl has a label maker, and we can make our own labels. So we could do that, make the tags, put them on the bottles of honey if you want. You could tie it in by maybe sticking in sunflower, I don't, some sort of flower in there if you wanted, however you want to do it. The decorating has nothing to do with the $200. We can bring from home whatever we want, anything that we can attract people to come to our table. The $200 is basically a little bit of a freebie to give everybody for stopping by. And you don't have to do all of, like, let's say you want to do 50 packets of seeds to give away, and then like 50 bottles of honey or whatever. You can mix and match and have a little bit of a variety if you want to. But the $200 is like a swag thing, like if you want to do mugs or, you know, whatever.
So I want to offer up the idea of quantities, because when I was on the library board, they would have the cocoa crawl, and where they would ask people to participate, and they basically they tried to have 100 units available, because we don't know what the turnout's going to be for this town hall either. We're all guessing at the turnout, but and I'd like to make a stab at a number 2, and I'm kind of thinking of like somewhere between 125 and 150 units between whatever we end up doing, whether it's the seeds and the honey or seeds, and I really like, I hope Pete is able to do that, because the honey thing is a real valuable resource for our town in terms of keeping people healthy. Even though I only like it when it's in an alcoholic beverage. Me, that's the way I like to drink my honey, but.
I was gonna ask, is there any
Commissioner
data, oh, sorry, I always start talking before you call on me. Is there any data about how many people generally show up to these kind of events?
It's kind of guess estimating.
Okay,
Past, it's like we'll know more after we get this first one done. and
Okay,
under our
yes.
belts.
and then with Pete, because he's not here, for legit reasons, should we contact him, because you said we have to have all this in by November 14th,
Yeah.
which is around the corner? Would you suggest that we contact him?
I will follow up with Pete
Okay,
and make a phone call, get
Okay.
in his voicemail. I will reach out to him all 3 ways
great, thank you.
to basically see what we got to do with securing the honey.
Okay,
And then from talking to him, we'll know what we have to purchase for bottles. And that should only take like 2 days between talking and getting ready to find a source for the bottles, and then
Okay.
getting it into Cheryl's hands.
okay.
Trustee Tina?
Thank you. I just want to say that the only thing with that is you guys do have to vote. So you're not going to have a vote on that. Like, you're not going to be able to speak to him and then vote on it after, because it's going to be past the 14th, our next meeting. So you might want to
So
vote.
we have to take a vote on the
You have
swag
to,
that we
you
want
have
to
to,
do?
well, yeah, you have to
Let's.
vote to spend the money. So you might want to, as a suggestion, say that, take a vote on purchasing some bottles and some seeds, maybe, if that's what you guys want to do, those 2 items. And then, once the vote goes through, then you can go ahead and do so. But you have to vote on spending the money. And unfortunately, we don't have another meeting coming up prior to the deadline of when that has to be done, so
So we need-
unfortunately, with them not being here, you're gonna have to do it without them.
Okay,
So we're gonna need a motion to basically give us permission to spend a portion of the $200 on, seeds and/or honey to use as swag for the town hall event. Was somebody prepared to make that motion? Trustee Smith?
Commissioners.
Commissioner?
Thanks. Commissioner Smith, I'd like to make a motion to spend a portion of $200 for purchasing bottles and for, and seeds as a giveaway for the town hall in December
Okay.
2025.
Do we have a second?
I second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion to purchase seeds and bottles. Trustee Tina?
I'm sorry, just some more advice. If you say portion of the money, then you're gonna have to figure out what to do with the rest. So you might just wanna say to use the money for swag to purchase seeds and bottles and/or
So don't say
honey.
portion like Steve said.
Yeah, just, right,
Okay,
to
would you
use the
like to
$200.
restate your,
So
Yes,
you
I'd like
want,
to
would you
amend-
like to amend? There you go.
Yes, this is Commissioner Smith, like to amend my motion to remove the word portion. So it would be to make a motion to spend $200 on swag, which would be bottles and seeds, to have as a giveaway at the Village of Villa Park, December 2025 Town Hall.
okay, do we have a second?
I second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion to spend the $200 allotted to us for amenities for the town hall event.
Just a quick Google search, you're looking at like $40 for 48 bottles for, like, little 1-ounce bottles that you could fill. Just giving you some information on that.
Okay,
That's not including shipping or anything like that, but just giving you the heads up, that's
very
just a
reasonable.
quick
Yeah,
Google
it's
search.
reasonable.
That may even be too large of a bottle, but it depends on Pete. But, okay, so we had the
At first.
motion.
Now
Did
you
we
need
get
to
a
vote.
second?
She
Yes.
seconded.
Patrice, you second?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so let's take a vote on that. All those in favor, say
Aye.
Aye.
Those
Okay,
opposed?
Commissioner Smith,
All those opposed?
all those, what, let me finish. Commissioner Smith voted aye, Commissioner Gallagher voted aye, and I will vote aye as well. So we have none opposed to that motion.
Good job.
All right. So we know where we're at for that, for the town hall meeting, so, let me finish my note here. Otherwise, I won't have it. Sorry. That's what happens when you become a senior. You need little pill cases, and your memory deteriorates. You have to write everything down. At least I do. Okay, Chairman comments. I think I made enough comments for this evening, so I will yield to Commissioner comments. Lynn Smith, Commissioner Smith, I will start with you.
Okay, so just wanted to say, I think this has been time well spent. Thank you to Commissioner De La Rosa for planning it and or to Chairman De La Rosa and to Commissioner Gallagher for attending and Trustee Constados and our board, Tim, our board liaison. Or what are you?
Staff liaison.
Yeah, I guess
He's
you're our
our
board
liaison.
liaison. And I also want to mention I did a quick search on a common social media site that has quick shipping where we can get 60-pack of glass honey jars with little lids and the little dipper for like $32, or you can get a 30-pack for $20. And they're tiny, just 1.1, and they even come with a little honey.
Excuse you, let me cut you off.
Yeah.
We'll find all that.
You can,
No, that was just a comment,
it's-
yeah, to add, because it's my commissioner comment to make. So that's
Oh,
the
okay.
comment that I wanted to share regarding price, and that I think it's important that when we do it, that it be glass and not plastic.
Oh, yeah.
So, thank you, that's my
scoop
comment.
honey out of a plastic thing?
Okay.
It's not fun. It's not fun. Thank you. Patrice, did you have?
not,
Go ahead.
Commissioner, you have to call her Commissioner.
Commissioner Gallagher.
Chairman De La Rosa, ditto on Commissioner Lynn's comments, and I have nothing else to share. Very good comments in this session, thank you.
Okay. Village Board Liaison comments.
Yes.
Mr. Tim. Tim Howe.
No, that's me.
She's bored.
I'm bored. He's staff.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
That's okay, thank you. Yeah, I just want to say, I know that we're all still new at this, so it's going to take some time to get the groove going. But we did have really good discussions and made some decisions. And I'm proud of you guys for doing that. It'll come a little bit easier as we have more meetings. So the only other thing I would like to say is I would like to let residents know and let everybody know that the Yorktown Food Pantry will be starting evening hours, and they asked us to please share and spread the word beginning on Monday, this Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. So that's Monday on the 10th. York Township Food Pantry will be open evening hours from 5 to 7 p.m. Please feel free to go by, and if you're in need, pick something up. Speak to the staff. We toured the facility. It's a beautiful facility. They have tons of programs, so please reach out. And other than that, that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Tina.
Constados. We'll get there.
Okay, I can't use first names to
No,
address?
no, we have to go by the Open Meetings Act. So everybody has to be addressed as Commission so-and-so or Trustee so-and-so. So yeah, we have to use last names with proper titles.
Okay, all right, point noted. All right, then, staff liaison comments would be next on the agenda?
I have two things for you guys. I will be sending out the comp plan in an email tomorrow for you guys, so you can have that, so you guys can review if you have any questions. And then, last thing, November 20th, I will not be here for the board meeting. If you guys need anything, I will be out that week, but if you need staff, someone from my department that you want to attend, please let me know, and I will make sure that we have someone here for you guys.
Good question then. So who do I work with to get the agenda produced? Somebody from your office?
Yep, yeah, yes, absolutely.
Okay, could you send me an email with their contact information so I have that? And then
Absolutely.
That way it's all seamless,
Yep,
so
absolutely.
to speak.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. I think at this point, we are looking for a motion for adjournment, since we have gotten through the agenda in a little bit under 90 minutes. So, which I am thankful for you all for your attendance and your participation. So, can we get a motion to adjourn? Trustee.
No.
Commissioner.
Commissioner.
Trustee Commissioner, I gotta eat more honey. Commissioner Gallagher.
Okay, and a chairman.
Yeah, you don't have to call him
De La
that back.
Rosa.
With
I
that, just make your motion.
I make
yeah.
a motion to adjourn.
Okay, do we have a second?
I second, Commissioner Smith, I second the motion to adjourn.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any
Okay,
opposed?
the motion has, are there any noes? No, I think we all want to adjourn. So the motion is passed. Thank you very much. Let me
We-
gavel us out. Okay.
At 8:31.